Before becoming the formidable Frontman, Wang In-ho was a Korean police officer, much like his younger brother, Jun-ho. His descent into corruption was born out of desperation. His wife suffered from cirrhosis and was in urgent need of a liver transplant. To cover the exorbitant medical costs, In-ho accepted bribes, a choice that ultimately led to his disgrace and dismissal from the police force. Tragically, his wife passed away, and it was revealed that she had been pregnant at the time. This devastating series of events profoundly shaped In-ho's hardened and emotionally distant character within the series. Season 2 provides a deeper exploration of In-ho's past, showing him disguised as player 001, Young Il, as he reflects on the choices that brought him to his current state. Despite his best efforts to save his wife, her death became a defining moment in his life, pushing him to the brink and eventually into the world of the Squid Game. After falling into massive debt from borrowing money to fund his wife's medical treatments, In-ho found himself in the same dire situation as countless other contestants. In 2015, he entered the Squid Game as player 132, ultimately emerging as the sole survivor of the 28th competition. However, instead of escaping to rebuild his life with the winnings, In-ho was drawn back into the fold. His return was orchestrated by Oh Il-nam, the game's mastermind, who was terminally ill and in search of a successor to continue the games. In-ho's decision to become the frontman was driven by a need for purpose and authority, standing in stark contrast to his prior life as a disgraced officer. Despite his newfound wealth, In-ho's sense of justice became deeply entangled with the warped ideology of the Squid Game. Earning Il-nam's trust and embracing the role of the frontman, In-ho earned Il-nam's trust as someone capable of upholding the brutal principles and rules of the Squid Game. Presented with the opportunity to expose the games and redeem himself, In-ho chose instead to remain in his shadowy role as the overseer. This decision underscores the moral dichotomy between In-ho and Gi-hun, who faced similar struggles but took radically different paths. In Season 2, In-ho takes on a dual role as both player 001 and the frontman, using this position to manipulate events and observe Gi-hun closely. In the shocking finale, In-ho's killing of Gi-hun's closest ally serves as a chilling testament to his belief in humanity's inherent flaws. This bleak worldview mirrors Il-nam's philosophy from Season 1, further cementing In-ho as both a reflection and a foil to Gi-hun. The future of Wang In-ho in Squid Game. As Season 2 concludes, In-ho's actions set the stage for a dramatic showdown in Season 3. His calculated efforts to break Gi-hun on an emotional and psychological level reinforce his role as both a formidable antagonist and a deeply tragic figure. In-ho's transformation from a disgraced police officer to the ruthless overseer of the Squid Game offers a haunting commentary on the corrosive effects of desperation, loss, and unchecked power. Many fans speculate that the frontman, Wang In-ho, shares a strikingly similar backstory to Gi-hun. According to this theory, In-ho originally won the Squid Game and returned with the intention of dismantling it. However, upon realizing that the games could never truly be stopped, given the unending demand from wealthy elites seeking entertainment and the desperation of participants willing to play, he chose a different path. Instead of destroying the system, In-ho may have decided to assume the role of the frontman to ensure that the games were as fair as possible, taking a lesser evil approach. By doing so, he could oversee the competition and prevent any manipulation or rigging. This theory further suggests that Gi-hun might follow a similar trajectory. After re-entering the Squid Game with the intent to take it down, he could eventually find himself trapped in the same moral dilemma, ultimately stepping into the role of the frontman in future seasons. This would create a compelling narrative parallel between the two characters, highlighting the inescapable cycle of the games and the blurred lines between justice and compromise. Do you agree with these predictions? Drop your predictions for Squid Game Season 3 below.